as Assam is concerned, it's going to be a very, very interesting election that is underway as far as various parties. We're seeing, of course, over 75 as far as BJP is concerned, the Congress at 49. What really are we looking at in terms of the fate of the assembly, which has over 126 seats? Voting is currently underway in Assam, and in fact, let's quickly get in our correspondents as well from on ground. There you can see, of course, pictures coming in of top leaders casting their ballot there in Assam as well. Mohit joins us. Mohit, we've seen Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma. He visited the Kamakhya temple this morning, and of course a very, very crucial election from him where he's faced opposition heat like perhaps never before. There's even been a police case that has been filed against Pawan Khera, who's made those allegations.
Well, yes, Madhav, and in fact, yesterday I was sitting with Himanta Biswa Sarma. It was an off-camp interaction, and he clearly stated that a strict action would be taken against Pawan Khera, and he also stated that these issues will not be the issues which will affect people on the ground when it comes to polling. BJP is going on the plank of development. BJP is also going on the plank of that how exactly illegal infiltrators have come into Assam and they are snatching away rights of people in Assam. But first, I am standing at Jalukbari. This is the polling station of Himanta Biswa Sarma, and look at these visuals. People have gathered over here in huge numbers since morning. Now it's also raining over here, but we specifically see women who have come over here in huge numbers, and popularly Himanta Biswa Sarma is called as Mama over here. She'll try to speak to people if they can speak to us because language is a barrier, but then we'll try to speak. Ma'am, what all will be the issues? क्या issue रहेंगे? महिला हैं आप यहाँ, ये किन मुद्दों पे वोट दे रहे हैं आप? क्या सोच के वोट दे रहे हैं?
और मतलब विकास होना चाहिए हमारे जो वुमेन का और विकास होना चाहिए।
हम ये देख रहे हैं कि बहुत सारी महिलाएं वुमेन यहाँ पे आई हैं, तो क्या सोच के आई हैं? क्योंकि महिला वोटर इस बार काफी ज्यादा वोट करने आया है।
हाँ, उनको मतलब हिमंता बिस्वा का जो मतलब स्टेमिना है वो अच्छा लग रहा है हम लोग का।
तो डेवलपमेंट मुद्दा एक रहेगा, विकास एक मुद्दा रहेगा। मैम, आप क्या कहेंगे?
सेम
क्या कहेंगे? क्या सोच के आप घर से आए? क्योंकि हम देख रहे हैं कि लाइन में लगे।
असम का विकास चाहिए, उन्नति चाहिए, और हम लोगों लेडीज लोगों को सेफ्टी है, ऐसा ही सेफ्टी सेम चाहिए।
अच्छा, एक महिलाओं के लिए एक बड़ा मुद्दा मैम ये होता है कि वो बाहर निकलते हैं तो सेफ्टी होना चाहिए बच्चों के लिए, महिलाओं के लिए।
अभी बीजेपी सरकार में हेमंत बिस्वा शर्मा के सामने
आपको लगता है कि सेफ्टी एक ऐसा मुद्दा है जिनको बोलते हैं?
हाँ,
अच्छा, जो ये पर्सनल एलिगेशन लगते हैं हिमंता बिस्वा शर्मा की पत्नी पे, जो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने एलिगेशन लगाए, वोटरों पे उनका असर होता है या वोटर जो मुद्दे हैं विकास का, सेफ्टी का, उन पे
नहीं, उसको कोई असर नहीं होता है? क्योंकि हम लोग जानते हैं ना कि असम का हिमंत बिस्वा शर्मा और उनका वाइफ कैसा है, क्या है।
मैम, आप कहेंगे कुछ? आप क्या कहेंगे? क्या मुद्दे हैं?
मुद्दे है कि हम लोग को मैंने हिमंत बिस्वा शर्मा हम लोग के लिए बहुत कुछ किया है।
आपको लगता है विकास का एक मुद्दा है?
हाँ,
विकास का मुद्दा है। महिला सुरक्षा का मुद्दा कैसा है? क्योंकि आपके घर में बेटी होंगी, बहू होंगी, आप हैं कि बाहर जाते हैं तो एक सेफ्टी रहता है।
हाँ, सेफ्टी भी है, पहले नहीं था, अभी है,
पहले था। So Madhav, that is one issue, that is why we see, and I like to show these visuals that why women over here have come over here in huge numbers because they say development plus safety is an issue. मैम, आप लोग यहाँ आए हैं, क्या इशू है, क्या मुद्दे हैं जिन पे आप वोट दे रहे हैं?
हम वोट देने के लिए आया है।
हाँ, क्या इशू है, क्या मुद्दे हैं, क्या सोच?
देश अच्छा होगा,
विकास एक मुद्दा है, डेवलपमेंट
अच्छा होगा।
महिला सुरक्षा, विमेन सेफ्टी कितना बड़ा मुद्दा है मैम? एक इशू है कि हम महिलाएं सेफ रहें असम में, ये मुद्दा रहता है।
सेफ रहता है, अच्छा होगा।
आप क्या कहेंगे मैम? हिंदी नहीं आता है? आता है, हिंदी बोलते हैं आप? तो ये बताइए क्या मुद्दे हैं, क्या इशू है, आप बताइए।
इशू बहुत अच्छा होगा और उन्नति होगा,
असम की उन्नति के लिए आप वोट दे रहे हैं। So there you see, Madhav, women are very excited to come over here and vote. Let's speak to few more people. सर, क्या इश्यूज हैं यहाँ पे जिन पे वोट दे रहे हैं? पार्टी मत बताइए, नेता मत बताइए, पर इश्यूज बताइए कि यूथ क्या है असम का, क्या सोचता है?
एक्चुअली जो अभी वोट देने के लिए हम लोग आ रहा है।
So Mohit, speaking to several voters there, let's also talk about why this election is extremely crucial. Let's take a look at the numbers. Now remember, the campaigns have largely seen a big campaign around Himanta Biswa Sarma. In fact, it has largely been around Himanta Biswa Sarma, with many even indicating that it has become a presidential style of election. In the recent times, we also saw a very polarized campaign. But let's take a look at why this is extremely crucial for the BJP to remain in power and also for the Congress party that is attempting a comeback. We've seen a saffron sweep in the recent times, but here is where the story really gets interesting. Look at the vote share. This is from 2021. For the BJP Plus, it was 44.5%, and for the Congress Plus, it was 43.3%. So just about 1% difference in the vote share. But the story completely changes when you look at the seat share, and look at the difference here. The BJP at 75 and the Congress Plus at 50. So this is where the story really turns. So this time around, can this vote share actually also turn into seat share for the Congress party? That is the big question. For the BJP, of course, it is about returning to power. Himanta Biswa Sarma has been speaking of many issues, including the illegal immigrants in the state as well. What is going to be on the minds of the voters? So that's what Mohit was talking about. Well, many voters, Madhav, went on to say that it is about development and safety of the people, and that's what they're thinking of when they cast their vote.
All right, and in fact, it is the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma who's seeking divine blessings as he visits the Kamakhya temple ahead of his voting there in Assam. Very, very important image there coming in from Assam as Himanta Biswa Sarma is going to cast his vote very shortly, and he has visited the Kamakhya temple. We have pictures from the Kamakhya temple as well. If we can quickly pull that up on the screen and show our viewers the images of Himanta Biswa Sarma before, of course, he has cast his vote, has sought divine blessings at the famous and iconic Kamakhya temple there in Guwahati. Voting currently underway in Assam, and a very, very crucial vote as well for Himanta Biswa Sarma. What's in store for Himanta is certainly a very important question at this point of time as far as the Assam election is concerned. Let's listen in to what Himanta Biswa Sarma had to say.
असम में आज चुनाव है। चुनाव का दिन मां कामाख्या का दर्शन करने का सौभाग्य हुआ। असम का मंगल हो, असम का जनता आगे बढ़े, यही मां का समक्ष प्रार्थना रखा।
Let's introduce our panelists. Joining us with us at the moment is Mr. R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist. Sabha Naqvi is another senior journalist who's with us. Sabha, I'm going to come to you first. Now, we've seen this bitter war of words over the last 48 to 72 hours on the charges that Pawan Khera made. First, there were some charges about, alleged passports of multiple nationalities that were possessed allegedly by the wife of the Chief Minister of Himanta Biswa Sarma, that is Rinki Bhuyan Sharma. And now there are various charges that are coming up, floating about various companies that are allegedly linked to Mr. Sharma and his kith and kin. The question, though, is that at least as far as the passport case is concerned, the police has now filed a case. Mr. Pawan Khera, of course, is approaching various courts. But the charge that the BJP is leveling is that these are completely fake and fabricated documents. How are we looking at what has really transpired in the case in the state of Assam, and all of this happening just a few days before the polling was to happen there?
So one thing I think we have to factor in, that there is a personal enmity between the families of Himanta and Gaurav Gogoi. As you know, the current chief minister was a member of the Congress, and he was the right-hand man of Gaurav Gogoi's father, Tarun Gogoi, who was chief minister for 15 years. And it is largely, at that time I had also met him, it is largely because of his belief that he should be next in succession. And yet the son comes back, and the father is grooming the son for the post. Himanta Biswa Sarma walks out of the Congress, which was a loss for the Congress, and he opens the gateway of the Northeast region. He's very useful for the BJP, and he's there today. Today he has become a congressman now in the BJP. He is today the most vocal, the most strident, the most shrill articulation against Muslims. Nobody can match him right now in this last. I have not heard the kind of things he has stated. Even the BJP had to tell him, the national BJP, to withdraw on some aspects. And so there is a lot of personal animosity between these two, the Gaurav Gogoi and Himanta Biswa Sarma, which comes from the origins in the Congress. And it carries on in public life. It's extended to the wife of Gaurav Gogoi. He has made charges. And in this election season, now charges are about Himanta Biswa Sarma. And his wife. So I Obviously, documentation charges, are they fake? Are they real? It is not for you, me. It is for agencies. It's for those who understand fake charges. But there is a lot of charges and counter charges. It is personal.
Okay.
Beyond the personal,
Before I get in a response from JVC Sriram and Mr. Rajgopalan, who are with us as well, let's quickly listen into what Gaurav Gogoi told us. We caught up with him while he was casting his vote earlier this morning. Let's listen into that.
There's a tremendous feeling of optimism. People of Assam are coming out and taking responsibility for the future of Assam. And we all are inspired to build a new Assam collectively, in which the democratic values thrive and Assam's culture thrives and Assamese values thrive, and where people of Assam take leadership and ownership. So I think that kind of positivity I have seen, and I'm quite optimistic.
Gaurav ji, सवाल आपसे ये भी है. The question is particularly, this is the land of the Ahom kingdom, and you are one of the as in a person from them, that particular tribe, and you are wearing this particular, I can see the particular traditional. So what exactly currently you are feeling about your particular local people, as because it's a very stronghold constituency of yours, and this is the first time for the Assam assembly you are going to be contest, but for this particular place you are the already MP. So how do you think it will be tough for you?
No, I think I take every election very seriously. Every election, I take it, we prepare 100%. And so we have both in this constituency and across the state. And our hard work has shown there has been a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, but we have managed to overcome that. And I think we've managed successfully to take our message to the people of Assam.
So a lot of it is also about political messaging. In fact, we also saw the Chief Minister visiting the Kamakhya temple. So that political messaging also very, very important for a political campaign that has been so polarized. And Assam's demography, let's talk about that as well and how that is going to play out as the elections take place. Here is what the demography is and what the Assam Chief Minister has also mentioned multiple times. Now remember, he has spoken about how the demography of Assam has been changing. He has also put in his campaign around this entire demography. So let's talk about what the demography is according to the census 2011. Hindus account for 61% of the population in Assam, whereas Muslims are 34.22% of the population. Now, the Assam Chief Minister, in multiple of his campaigns, has spoken about how the entire demography of Assam has been changing. So, yes, while the political rhetoric in the recent times has been about nationalities and whatnot, previously, Madhav, the Chief Minister has kept his campaign largely on the demography that is changing in Assam, saying that the story of Assam seems to be changing.
Absolutely. In fact, that's been the pitch fight as far as Assam is concerned. It's a lot about the demography, the changing politics, the changing situation on ground. And let me bring in Mr. Rajgopalan on that note. Mr. Rajgopalan, what is this election being fought about? We've seen the kind of statements that have come in from Himanta Biswa Sarma. Sabha Naqvi referred to it. We know he refers to Mia Muslim, so on and so forth. Is it going to be about that? Is it going to be the allegations of corruption, about these charges of demographic change that repeatedly come in from the BJP side? What is this election essentially being fought upon? Mr. Rajgopal.
Future of Congress. Decimation of Congress in northeastern provinces. The reason being, Congress is losing state after state. In Kerala, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge says, Sambho usko maar do, RSS ho. Then he withdrew and he said about Gujaratis or illiterates. He withdrew and he said sorry because FIR was filed in Assam. In Assam, self-goal by Congress. That is, Pawan Khera is releasing some documents. Like Raghu Gandhi, about purpose, about this, Rafael Vagera. It's also a fabricated document. So Congress defends on fabrication, fakery, etc. Therefore, Himanta Biswa Sarma is doing that. My only question is, will Congress revive in Assam? The answer is no. Coming to the point of Sabha Naqvi, she always brings in Muslim. I will also like to bring in Hindus. Hindutva is taking shape in Assam because Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, of course, his media, Mabi, BJP central leadership did not tell anything to Himanta Biswa Sarma because Himanta Biswa Sarma is a screenshot of Mr. Amit Shah. Therefore, I don't agree with that type of argument. Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma was quiet. The provocation came from Congress. Congress provoked him. Congress is doing a party because why should all Hindu leaders leave Congress and join BJP in Assam? That is why Himanta Biswa Sarma also in one meeting said it is not Assam Congress Committee, it is Assam Muslim League. So the fight between the Bipin Bora and Badroi.
Okay, let me begin Sabha on that. Sabha, the point being made over here is that it's the Congress which appears to be a sinking ship, with several of their leaders deserting the Congress party in the run-up to these polls, and therefore he says, at least the argument of Mr. Rajgopalan is that it's the Congress that needs to be more worried about this election. Your response?
There's no argument here. I don't wish to have a Hindu-Muslim argument with any panelist. I am an analyst and I operate, I hope, at a slightly more elevated level. There is obviously a demographic issue. It was not invented by Himanta Biswa Sarma. It has been there. That is how AGP was founded. Of course, the Congress has an existential crisis, but there was a video made which was problematic, where people were headed to the Supreme Court, which had to be removed from the handle of the Bharatiya Janata Party. That is also a fact. Whether we can ignore it. And so anyway, I don't want to get trapped in these kind of binaries with people. I am giving you a simple picture. I said in the earlier round that the state, it is about also the re-engineering of constituencies, and it is about the perception that Himanta Biswa Sarma is also sociologically an important phenomena because Gaurav Gogoi is from the Ahom community, right, which has traditionally, leadership has come from Ahoms, tribals. Himanta is a Brahmin. It has not happened so far in Assam, but he is a very smart politician. He gives a perception that he cannot be defeated, and let's watch. And I said,
well, a politician with certainly a huge amount of visibility, rightly or wrongly so, can be judged. But let me bring in JVC Sriram. JVC, your response to what Sabha is saying, the point over here is it ultimately the election that is all about polarization? And is that the final message that is going on as far as Assam is concerned?
I think, Madhav, this religious politics is something which is suffocating sometimes from all ends. It's not just BJP or Congress, every end. Because at the end of the day, northeastern states need development. And why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about what BJP has done in the last 10 years and what BJP had not done in the last 10 years? How the northeastern states have become empowered. Because when we get into this religious polarization, a lot of day-to-day bread butter issues, infrastructure, development, industrialization, all this gets missed out. And I'm not speaking either in favor of BJP or against BJP or Congress. The point is, the truth is, today, Congress is certainly facing an existential crisis in Assam. Because I think everyone would agree that when a Congress party loses 3 state elections consecutively, whether it be Gujarat, whether it be Uttar Pradesh, whether it be Bihar, or no Maharashtra.
Just a second, JVC, I'm going to come in here because there's a reaction coming in of Union Minister Pavitra Margarita. He's spoken on the Assam polls. Let's listen in.
Our people started queuing since 6 o'clock, as I'm told, and not only by the Gen Z or youth. You have already rightly mentioned, even the senior citizens, they have already queued. And so this is a good sign for democracy. People are, especially the new generation, they are also coming to participate in voting system. So it's I do appreciate and I welcome, and I am very much optimistic that this time our voting percentage will be very high.
Okay, all right. So that was Assam, and we got you what the voters are saying and the political voices as well. But let's also shift our attention to Kerala. That is also going to polls today, and Puducherry, of course. Kerala is, of course, one state that also sees a very high voter turnout. What's it going to be this time around? That's the question. Can the left make a comeback? Can they come back to power in Kerala, and can the Congress party make a comeback? That's going to be very, very important. This time around, though, while traditionally we've seen a two-cornered contest in Kerala, this time it's a three-cornered contest with the BJP also in the mix. How is that playing out? Let's talk about Kerala, that is going to polls with 140 assembly seats. For the first time in decades, the old script of the rotational power has been torn up completely. The CPM is chasing history, gunning for a rare third consecutive term under Pinarayi Vijayan, while the Congress-led UDF is fighting to claw back to relevance and reclaim the state that it once called its own. And there's also the BJP this time around, very emboldened by, of course, the victory of Suresh Gopi in the Lok Sabha elections, Madhav.
Absolutely. In fact, they are eyeing the Nemam seat as well, which in the past has been won by O. Rajgopal. This time around, it is Rajiv Chandrasekhar. Will he be successful, of course, is a very big question. And of course, certainly the very fact that they have won in a parliamentary seat once again, they've pitched former Chief Minister of Kerala, K. Karunakuran, one of the tallest leaders of the state. His daughter, Padmaja Venugopal, is going to be contesting from there. Will she actually be successful is a very important question. But yes, star power. Perhaps no election in South is an election minus the star power, and therefore there's a reaction now coming in of Mammootty, superstar Mammootty, casting his vote in Kochi. Imran Khan caught up with him and his wife. Listen.
What would you like to say to the voters today, sir? Everybody should vote. This is our. What are the issues important to you? Now the issue is my holding the vote.
All right, so Pratibha, there you saw Mammootty casting his vote. Earlier this morning, we saw Mohanlal and several of the top leaders of Kerala come out and cast their vote in huge numbers. The big question is whether the turnout this time around in this election is going to be higher or lower than last time around, given the fact that Kerala is one state where people are very, very politically aware and, of course, very politically active as well. You've been on ground there in Kerala. Take us through what exactly are we looking at in terms of what we can expect.
So in terms of voters, most of the voters we spoke to actually spoke about the issues of jobs. They spoke about more development coming into Kerala. That was the key issue. But as far as headlines are concerned, we've heard the political parties shoot the charges of being the B team of the other party. Who is the B team of whom? That question remains. The Sabrimala issue, Kerala is also important for the Congress party because Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is from there. She has contested from Wayanad seat. Rahul Gandhi has also represented Wayanad seat. So it's very important. Mr. Rajagopalan is with us. Mr. Rajagopalan, what is the Kerala election all about? Is it about the Sabrimala issue? Is it about, retaining for the state for the left, considering otherwise they will be wiped out from the entire country, for the Congress to make a comeback, get a hold of Kerala? Or is it really, in the true sense, a three-cornered contest that we're looking at?
Three important points, Pratibha. One, Kerala elections have a major impact on the Iran war, because many of the migrants have returned to Kerala, and they are also, whether they vote it or not, it's a subject next to the Sabrimala temple one. Second thing, apart from that Iran and Sabrimala, the self-goal by Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge has spoiled the Congress return to power, because most of them in Kerala, they say Sampo, Mardo, RSS, BJP का जो नमाज पढ़ने टाइम पर मास and सांप आ जाते उसको मार दो. Then he withdrew and he said sorry for that. And illiteracy in Gujarat. That is, in Gujarat, I tell you, 80,000 nurses are from Kerala. Suppose next year elections are taking place in Gujarat. Why should they do self-goal? Second thing, Pinarayi Vijayan is trying to come as a hat-trick. He has got a lot of support, and within the party also, CPM, he is giving opposed by that. But if Congress is on the edge, it will also make a comeback. If it is so, my only one point to the Congress leaders, in Parliament you stalled on CAA, SIR, other points. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi took a big rally in Bihar about vote chori, and Stalin joined.
Okay, I think that's a fair question, and let Sabha come in on this. Sabha, the point that's being made by Mr. Rajgopal, and I think it's a fair one, that it can't be the case that there is vote chori happening in Bihar or in other states, and in states such as Tamil Nadu or Kerala, where the UPA does well, or the India Alliance, as we call it now, does well. Suddenly you say that in these states there is no vote chori. There has to be a uniform yardstick.
I think first let's understand how the so-called, I'm not using the word vote theory, let's talk about voter deletion. First of all, we are talking about an extraordinary levels of education, human resource, all of that is available in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They have their distinct political journeys. Yes, the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to mark a presence there. Kerala is the first place in the world where communism comes in through the ballot box. I think we should be aware of our history. It has the highest education levels. It's a very highly developed state. People are not dying of malnourishment. They're not illiterate. They are not working as dihadi mazdoor sitting in Delhi where they cannot check a phone and their names are getting cut off. So let's understand the demography. Yes, they will go there as nurses. They will go there and they do work in the Gulf. I don't understand. The Gulf is obviously a big issue for Indians, particularly in Kerala. But how does that electorally play? I'm not sure.
Well, they're definitely dependent, in terms of remittances. Whether they've come back to cast their vote or not, I think is the limited point over here. And how much of the Iran war has an impact on the sentiment there? Because it's also tied in with the politics. Because remember, none of the political parties have very strongly spoken out against Iran's aggression in the neighborhood either. It's been largely focused on the US and Israel's aggression on Iran. We're going to have to slip into a very quick break. We're going to come back to report on the story and all the developments in relation to the war in just a few moments.